8th Olympic Winter Games are about to begin.
An opening ceremony unlike any other? In 1960, famous dyslexic film producer Walt Disney was named chairman of the pageantry committee for the Winter Olympics in Squaw Valley, California. Among his responsibilities, Walt Disney produced the opening and closing ceremonies and changed the Olympics forever. Walt went big and made it a show. The 1960 Games were the first to be televised, and Walt did not disappoint. He created an elaborate production which included 2,000 pigeons, 5,000 performers, 30,000 balloons, the Vice President of the United States, a performance by the United States Marine Band, a Tower of Nations, and of course, fireworks. However, one of the most memorable of Walt's additions was the Parade of Athletes, which we still see today at the opening ceremonies of each Olympic Games. Walt created a benchmark which every Olympic since has tried to emulate.
The pageantry, as you heard, is under the supervision of one of America's master showmen, Walt Disney.
The modern-day pageantry of the Olympics, brought to you by Dyslexic Thinking.
Hey, we are back up at the top, and we have Liam Gill from Canada.
Meet today's athlete.
I'm Liam Gill. I'm a half-pipe snowboarder.
He is also dyslexic.
When I was 13, I was diagnosed with dyslexia and a language processing disorder. Before I was diagnosed, I felt like something was wrong with me. And I needed snowboarding to prove to myself that I could be good at something.
Liam competed in Beijing in 2022 and will be competing again this year in Italy.
It's a huge honor to represent Canada and my people for the upcoming games. Yeah, day by day it's getting closer and closer, starting to feel more and more surreal.
We want to wish Liam and all the snowboarders competing at the Olympics the best of luck. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. We all have our favorite players and our favorite teams. But did you know that several current and past players in the NFL also have learning disabilities? That's right. For example, Mark Schlereth, Peyton Barber, and Tim Tebow all have dyslexia.
For me with dyslexia, that really was a blessing when I finally got diagnosed with it and understood how I learned.
Zach Wilson, Terry Bradshaw, and Garrett Bowles all have ADHD.
Being ADHD, you take a lot of notes. Every person's a little bit different, but I have to write everything down so that I can remember what I'm supposed to do, or what appointment it is, or what play it is, my assignments. I have to write everything down.
Lawrence Guy has dyslexia, dyscalculia, and ADHD.
You're equal to everybody in your class. If you need the help, let's find the help. Everybody in this world has a different way of learning.
And here is Jasper Fleming, the Canadian.
For today's inspirational story, meet Jasper Fleming. He's a biathlete from Canada, and he's also dyslexic. In fact, he calls dyslexia his superpower. Jasper's quoted as saying, "Everything that I do in this world revolves around dyslexia, which is, I think, the biggest superpower I've ever had in my life." Jasper will make his Olympic debut this year, and we will be cheering him on.
He's going to probably have some good results.
Good morning. It's 7:08 a.m. That's how I start my morning out. Music!
Meet today's athlete, Jordan Malone. Jordan is an Olympic speed skater. He also has dyslexia and ADHD.
You've been skating since you were 5, and you've overcome a lot of issues like ADHD, dyslexia, and asthma. What is it about the ice that helps you, Jordan?
You know, there's something special about it. It just sort of attracted me from the beginning, and it's a place that I can escape from the rest of the world and not only be myself, but be the best me that I can be.
Jordan competed in 2 Olympic Games, Vancouver in 2010, where he won a bronze medal, and Sochi in 2014, where he won the silver. Jordan is a great example of how determination and hard work make dreams come true.
As we go back to the top.
For today's inspirational story,
this is Ireland's Elsa Desmond.
Meet Elsa Desmond. She is a luge athlete, a physician, and she's dyslexic. She is the founder of the Irish Luge Federation, which made it possible for her to become the first Irish athlete to compete in the sport of luge at the Olympic Games.
I fell in love with the balance of speed and agility and skill and adrenaline and calm that you get with luge.
She competed in Beijing in 2022, where she placed 33rd. She plans to compete again this year, and we wish her the best of luck. For today's inspirational story, meet Zach Donahue. Zach is an American Olympic ice dancer. He competed in South Korea in 2018 and in Beijing in 2022, where he took home a bronze and gold medal. He also has ADHD.
Skating was the first thing that actually allowed me an outlet for my energy. 20-something years ago in elementary school, ADHD was kind of like, oh, your kid's an issue, your kid's a problem. Now that being something that I use as kind of a tool in my life.
For today's inspirational story, meet Fanny Smith. Fanny is a freestyle skier from Switzerland.
The lightning fast Fanny Smith, only 17 years old.
Yeah, that's Fanny Smith.
She competed in Vancouver in 2010.
The other one then way closer to 20.
Sochi in 2014.
So the win there for Fanny Smith.
South Korea in 2018, where she took home a bronze medal. Beijing in 2022, where she took home a second bronze medal. And she will compete again this year in Italy. Not only is Fanny competing this year, she was one of the flag bearers at the opening ceremony for Switzerland. Fanny is also dyslexic.
I decided to speak openly about my dyslexia because it helped me to become the woman that I am today. I've always had to work hard, often more than others, and I really wanted to pass on the message that you might find it hard at school, but you can still be successful in something else that you enjoy.
Fanny is quoted as saying, "My dyslexia made me a fighter, and we wish her the best of luck."
For Fanny Smith, she really has been developing her craft in recent years.
For the USA, Meryl Davis and Charlie White.
For today's inspirational story, meet Meryl Davis. Meryl is an American ice dancer. She competed in Vancouver in 2010, where she won a silver medal, and Sochi in 2014, where she took home a bronze and gold. She is also dyslexic.
As my learning struggles continued to set in, those long nights at the kitchen table, that hot feeling of panic that spread across my face each time I was called on to read aloud in school, the ice became the place my dyslexia couldn't define me. The ice was the place I could continue to feel like myself. I began to identify myself more and more, not with the limitations and challenges I felt in the classroom, but with that promise of possibility I would somehow always feel on the ice.
For today's inspirational story, meet Joel Fearon. Joel competed for Great Britain's bobsled team in South Korea in 2018 and Sochi in 2014, where he won a bronze medal. Joel also has both dyslexia and ADHD.
And the only reason I did sport was because sport is an area where I got praise, and having like ADHD and dyslexia, and school was a difficult place. So if you're getting praise in PE for being physical, it just sort of drawn me to that place and brought me to where I am now.
This year, Joel will compete in the bobsled once again. Can you feel the rhythm? Can you feel the rhyme? He's competing for the Jamaican bobsled team. We wish Joel and the entire Jamaican bobsled team the best of luck.
Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme. Get on up. It's bobsled time.